Why this single mom is seeking a six-figure man. She says her weight shouldn't be an issue. Let's check it out.
All right, so we got Marley, Scottsdale, Arizona, 39, Taurus, Vice President of HR, mom to a 22-year-old, never married. What kind of man you looking for?
A loyal man, one that is ready for commitment. I want to
Okay.
be married. Um, One that understands what partnership looks like. A woman that comes to a relationship, I would say seasoned, right? I'm 39. I am not a young chicken. I want to be a wife. I want to nurture. I want to cater to my man who understands what that looks like. Because that does come along with some requirements.
Okay. What requirements does that come along with?
So if I'm cooking and cleaning and I'm steaming underwear and I'm running bath waters, you would never have to ask me if I'm going to cook. You would never have to ask me to be a woman to do those things. I shouldn't ask you to take the trash out. I shouldn't ask you to be a man. I shouldn't have to ask you to provide and protect because you would never have to ask me to be a woman.
Okay. So provide as in he pays all the bills?
No, I think what works best for us in a relationship, I've done 50-50. I've had a man that was a provider. I think it's really the two individuals that's within that relationship.
Okay.
Can figure.
So what are your deal breakers?
Men that have children under the age of 13. I don't really want young kids like that. My daughter's grown. Come over here, potential. I don't date potential. So if you haven't figured life out by this point, I'm not the girl for you. I'm not going to help you build. I'm not going to help you become established. Come with something because I'm coming with something. Okay. And I know it's not going to fare well with the comments.
Okay. So she's not going to build you up. Be already built.
Be built.
This ain't Legos. No, Legos. This ain't Legos. All right. Should he look a certain way?
I definitely don't have a preference. I have typically dated big guys, defensive linemen, O linemen. I'm a football girl. So that's it. As long as I'm attracted to him, I could care less what the world thinks.
Okay. What about money? Should he make a certain amount of money?
Yes, at least six figures. He needs to be equally yoked. I'm a vice president. I have 4 degrees. So if that gives you any indication of where I sit, let's be equally yoked in that.
So make at least $100,000.
Yes.
There's a lot to unpack on this one. If this is your first time on the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. And here we go, man. They always want to talk about equally yoked. Here's a boss babe and her 4 degrees. She's definitely career first. It's the way of the world now. A lot of women think like this, and it's not their fault. You see, these women were sold a lie. They were told to be all they can be, get their careers, get that education, and everything will be sunshine and rainbows, and you can collect your pot of gold at the end. They were never told that it comes at a cost, a huge cost. It'll cost them love, children, family. When you listen to most of these women, they're leading with how ambitious they are, their earning potential, their careers. Men don't care about how much you make in your career. In the same way that you can't really name how those things will benefit a man. We're not wired that way. When we look for a good woman, we don't care about how much money she makes. And men that do think like that, it's not going to be the kind of man that you want.
So if he made $70,000, should he reach out to you?
You know what? I would say yes. I mean, yeah, he can reach out to me. I'm not going to say it's a disqualifying factor.
Okay.
What I am going to say is it's expensive to live life right now. And if we want to live life a certain kind of way with no excuses, it costs.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Oh, okay. I just had knee surgery last week, so let's.
Oh, you can't stand up?
I'm gonna stand up.
Well, if you're in a situation, I'll give you grace.
No. It's okay.
Why did you have knee surgery? What happened?
I tore my meniscus.
Okay.
plan.
Wow.
So let's see. So I'm limping.
Okay. Woo! You got that. You had that booty in our face for a second. All right. Okay. We see you, Mama. Marley.
Wow, bruh. She's big as hell. Now, I'm not trying to be mean, but she has all of these requirements. Man has to be established, already be pre-made. She doesn't want to build a man or help a man build himself up. Well, ma'am, if we go by your standard, a high value man is not trying to come in and be your personal trainer. You should already come fit, feminine, and friendly. You should already have your health and your weight in order. And that's based on what you want. The man is going to want the same thing in return. A six-figure man who's figured out life and gone through all of the trials and tribulations and passed all of the tests that life gives. It's not going to want a 39-year-old overweight single mom with all of these requirements.
When was your last relationship?
About 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I think it was January.
January. Okay. They're telling me to ask, do you typically date men that make 100K?
Yes. I work in sports. So it's not like I don't have a plethora of men that I have access to. But what I learned as being a Black executive is you don't play where you eat. So
I don't know if I agree with that, because I tell women all the time, if you around these men, y'all need to lock it in, because that's what the other women be doing. The women who don't have the degrees, what they do is their degree is trying to get your coworker. And if you are a person who is surrounded by these 100K men, you need to have the mindset of the other women who there to get her husband. You need to get your husband, girl, if you around them all the time.
I think so. I think it's hard when you work with them. I mean, if you're in sports, you're with them 7 days a week sometimes. They become family. They become brothers.
Well, you said,
and it's hard.
no, but my question was, I asked you, did you date men, not work with them?
No, I said, I thought you said that I dated men that made 100K.
Yes.
And I go, yes, I have.
So you have, okay, so then you have dated the men you work around with at times.
Well, yeah, and so I've only been in 2 relationships, one for 15 years and one for 3, and they both made 100K.
Okay. So, and were they co-workers?
No.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, fair enough. Okay. All right. Did I ask you the last time you were intimate with someone? You don't have to answer.
No, it's fine. It was in January.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
I would say my patience. I'm a very giving person, and so I expect myself out of individuals. And once you don't show me that, I get turned off real quickly. I walk away. Let's see. I can be a little nonchalant. I guess I could. Sometimes I just like don't really speak up. I'll just walk away from situations without actually talking. And I guess right now being intentional with dating, it has always been a focus to be a mother, now my career. So being intentional about actually finding a husband could be a priority.
Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you, sweetie?
I mean, I feel like I'm an overall, all-around good person. I definitely don't do drama. I'm not with the arguing. I'm compromising. I'm a girl. I'm a sports girl. I have a PS5. So I feel like I'm very relatable. And again, to know me is to love me. I've never met a stranger. I'm a caring, nurturing kind of person. Sorry, I'm nervous. I didn't got on your show, Lord Jesus. Yeah. I think I come with all the values that men look for, outside of the debate about being a plus size woman asking for 6 figures. I think that debate is crazy.
Wait, what? Okay. What debate?
It's going on in the comments. Being plus size and being 40 and asking for someone who makes 6 figures. Like, why would a man who makes 6 figures want to date a girl that's plus size? I'm like, that debate is old. Like, pick another reason why a plus size woman should ask or require things out of men that she provides. Like, my weight doesn't dictate my worth. So let's stop it with the weight comments. Like, let's be for real.
Okay. I was actually, it's hard for me to read the comments, so I didn't see those comments. But the comments are saying that because you're plus size, you shouldn't request a 6-figure guy. Well, you said yes. You dated 6-figure men. Were you plus size then?
No, I gained a lot of weight over the last year since my original ACL injury. But regardless of like me being 50 pounds lighter and to now I'm the same
Well,
person.
that is you're the same person, but
I look different.
the thing is, unfortunately, child. That's why I asked you, did you have those same men? So you gained 50 pounds since then. So you don't think that would be a hindrance at all?
No.
For the type of guy that you say you want.
I don't think so because I mean,
She's completely delusional. She must be vice president of the Delulu clan.
if you're only dating me or you're only going to marry me based because I look good in a bikini or I was 50 pounds with a body, what happens when, like what happened, an ACL tear, then a meniscus tear happens, you gain weight because you can't work out. What happens then? You're going to leave me? So why is weight a requirement? I think I'm solely on board with preference. I like big boys. Like if you're super skinny, I wouldn't naturally like eyes around you. Not to say that you weren't an option, but a preference, not a requirement.
Okay, I think this. Let me ask you this. So you said obviously he shouldn't leave you if he gains weight. Now you made it clear his salary is important because you want to live a certain way. So what happens if he loses his salary and no longer can be a 100K man? Do you stay with that man?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's a thing to where I don't want men. I not come across men that they see my lifestyle and then they challenge it. Right? Why do you have a housekeeper? Why do you do this? I think if you make a certain amount of money, understand that it's not a huge task to have a housekeeper, you wouldn't come in and try to change me. So I think that's where the salary requirement comes. I'm not flying Frontier. Don't ask me. Again, it comes along with salary.
Well, you say you're not flying Frontier.
I haven't seen a economy seat in 10 years.
What? Yeah.
Not to
Don't play with it. Only thing, this is what I say to that. And I think just as absolute you are with certain things, I think men are absolute with certain things too. But we don't ever accept it, right? So I hear you and I'm gonna honor you. You like you said, you first class only. Your requirements are your requirements. I don't think there's an overall rule. There's plenty of men who make a certain amount of money who date women who are not thin, right? So we know that to be true. But there are guys who, see, the thing is, all men like to show off stuff, you know? So what I've come to learn from hosting this show, rather, weight is a big thing. Like, I know we push back on this and we try not to honor it, but it is one of the things for men. Like, hygiene is the biggest thing for all, but then weight is also a big factor for men. I don't make the rules, I'm just sharing the data, right? So we could push back all day on it, or we could decide, okay, that's what it is for that. But do I think every man who fits that category is gonna base it off of that? I can't say that to be true. No.
No, I'm not saying that. I just see one comment and I'm like, is the discussion. Again, I can't see them all. So don't absolutely want to like judge everything that's been said, but that's been my experiences is gaining weight. Weight does seem to be a factor in the type of man that the public thinks you deserve. And they do think the thinner women deserve the handsome man, the man that makes a lot of money. And I'm just like, I don't agree with that. That's not something that I subscribe to as a way of thinking. And again, it's just me, my preference.
I got you.
So here's the deal, man. 80% of Black American women are overweight and obese. That's 4 out of 5 women that you walk up and talk to. Then we have to deal with demands and attitude and lifehood trauma. I love my sisters, but I understand why men go to the other races. I understand the passport movement. I get it. Let's be clear, man. She sounds like a woman that doesn't want $100,000 man. She probably wants mid 6 figures, 350 to the $650,000 a year range. A man making this type of money can shoot for the 8s, 9s, and 10s. Black women, y'all need to lose weight. And not just black women, but modern American women in general need to lose some goddamn weight. 28-year-old mama 4 by 3 different men is looking for love while being morbidly obese. This should be interesting. Let's check it out.
All right, Aaliyah, and you're 28 years old, Las Vegas. Do you have any kids?
Yes, I do. I have 4.
You have 4 kids. How old are your 4 kids, Aaliyah?
11, 8, 6, and 1.
All by the same man?
No.
How many men?
I have 3 baby daddies.
Why are you not with the baby daddy you have with the 1-year-old baby daddy?
It just my baby talking, but it didn't work out. He was kind of a narcissist, and he was very selfish, and he wasn't ready to be a man. So yeah.
How many kids do you have by the 1-year-old dad?
Just 1.
Okay. So, and the 2 men prior. So, girl, why did you choose better after the other 2 baby daddies?
So the first baby daddy, I was young. Okay. I was 16 when I had my first one. He was crazy, so that didn't work. And my second one, he was a serial cheater. So we were engaged. We were together for 7 years. But he eventually left. So yeah, after 2 kids.
Engaged for 7 years?
We were engaged for 6.
Why did y'all get married?
I called it off because he just kept cheating.
Okay. All right. And then you met your 1-year-old baby daddy. And that just didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Okay.
When women get baby fever, they're going to want to drop that baby by any means necessary. They don't care who they have that baby by, and their inability to choose the right type of man spells disaster for themselves and the community. Women love choosing bad boys, the pookies, the man-mans, and they skip right over the qualified provider men because it's not so-called exciting. It's boring because these women absolutely need chaos. They thrive off of it. Let's keep going.
All right. What do you do for a living, Aaliyah?
I'm an Uber driver.
Okay. Aaliyah, I'm going to keep it real with you now. The cousin's going to talk about you. So I'm going to give you a chance to respond. So what do you say to the man that might be concerned that you have, 4 children, one is a 1-year-old, by 3 men?
I mean, hey, it is what it is. Like, it ain't nothing I can go back on, like, it ain't like I'm a terrible woman, men just gonna be men, at the end of the day. Like, I can't help, I'm not gonna stay with somebody who doesn't want to love me correctly. So, hey.
Fair enough. Okay, we got that. So, Uber driver, what else? I think I got it all. Aaliyah, 28. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
Is that your baby right there? With
yes,
the potatoes? Right, she eating a potato?
She does have a potato. I just noticed that. Oh my God. She is 1 and she's getting into everything, honey. And she gonna get mad if I take it away. She's been getting apples and potatoes, so I just let her be her. Okay.
Good job. So we got Aaliyah, 28. What's your zodiac sign?
Capricorn.
In Las Vegas, mom of 4 kids, by 3 men, never married, right?
Never married.
She's the Uber driver. What kind of man you looking for now, honey?
Somebody just like, honest, real, mature, got their own. Because I have my own. I take care of my kids. I don't get child support. So, just someone who's not a cheater. Nowadays, I feel like people don't know how to be faithful or be honest or be real. Just somebody just ready to commit, to settle down. And and it's okay. You can have kids. You don't have to have kids. Just long as you okay with having, being. I'm not looking for no stepdaddy or nothing, but just be cordial and that knowing that I got kids,
Okay. Could he have kids already?
Huh?
Could he have kids too?
No. I made all my baby daddies a father.
No, I'm saying, can the next man already have kids?
Yeah, he can have kids.
Okay. All right. Do you want more children?
No.
So at only 28 years old, you don't want any more kids. So any man that gets involved with you have to deal with your 4 kids, their 3 fathers, without getting any kids of his own. What if that man wants to start his own legacy? What if he wants children of his own? That's not going to work at all.
No. All right. Now, what are your other deal breakers? Did you give me your deal breakers?
My deal breakers is just that's a good question. Somebody who's lazy, who don't have any type of ambition, don't have any type of goals in life. Somebody who just don't have nothing going for themselves. Like, that's just mainly my deal breakers. And not I want to say not clingy, but what I want to call it, just not passive aggressive, too much, just want to be always constantly talking to me, sending me 20,000 messages, and yeah, I don't like all that.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
I do like smaller men because I am a big girl.
So you want a smaller guy because you're a big girl?
But I like thick girls. I be like thick, but I like thick men. But I don't like bigger men, like big boys.
You don't like bigger boys. Okay. Okay. So what about money? Should he make a certain amount of money?
No, just long as you can afford your bills.
Okay. As long as he can afford his bills. You're 28. What's the age range you want to date?
My age and maybe to 40, 45.
Okay, you'll go 50. Older.
Yeah,
so
older.
Should he be in Vegas?
Yeah, I live in Las Vegas.
Do you want the guy to be in Vegas too?
Yes. Okay. I'm not really good with the long distances.
Okay. All right. So this is Aaliyah. Aaliyah, let's do the Kendra cam.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Hold on, give me a second. Let me see. Y'all give me 1 second.
Ooh, child.
Okay. I'm just trying to set something up here. Okay.
I see these tattoos, girl. These breasts.
I do.
Charlie, I wasn't ready, Leah. I was not ready.
God damn. You want the man to be smaller than you. And that's not going to be hard to do. Because I'm willing to bet that at your height, 99.9% of men are smaller than you.
Okay, Leah, girl.
Yep, that's me, honey. Good enough.
Don't play with it, I see. All right. So, Aaliyah, okay, you say you're a big girl, so you want a small guy. So how much you want the guy smaller than you?
Huh?
You want the guy smaller than you?
Yes. I just, I've tried big boys. It's just it don't mix. It just don't work.
So a guy,
they're attractive, but it just don't work.
Okay, so, and I have heard this. They have told me this before. So a guy your size wouldn't work for you?
No.
So what's the biggest challenge? Is it a sexual situation?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So sexually, a smaller guy works better.
Yeah, some thick. I say you could be if you tall and big, long as you ain't got a huge stomach, it's cool. That's it. I got a big stomach. Okay, so it's gotta even out. It's gotta even out.
So because you got the big stomach, he can't have a big stomach.
No, he can't have a huge stomach. No,
he can't have a huge stomach. Okay.
I mean, I get it. They both can't be lifting up the stomach flap, or else there won't be room for the genitals to connect. The stick got to be able to reach the box. And with all that mass and friction, you might start a forest fire in there.
Okay, Leah, okay. So when was your last relationship?
1.5 years ago.
You don't have, is that your baby daddy?
Yes.
Okay, you don't have, was he skinny?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just curious. You don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask, when's the last time you was intimate with someone?
A few days ago.
Who you sleep with a few days ago?
It's a situationship.
So why
I
can't you
say
be with
that
that
it's just
guy?
something somebody like I fucks with just to get my rocks off and that's it. Like it's not really nothing. I don't see it going anywhere. So
So my question
you know,
is, okay, that's fair, but my question is, why can't you just be with him?
because he don't want a relationship.
He doesn't want a
Mm-mm.
relationship. No, okay. But so, and you're fine with just having sex with him without the relationship.
Like yeah, right now, yeah, I'm fine with like just because he's not really like the relationship person I would be a relationship. Like he's not romantic. He's not nothing that I typically
But he still
want. But
get to get your vagina. He's nothing that you do that he don't meet your requirements, but he still get the cookies.
yeah, he just that's it. That's it. That's it. That's I use him just as much as he. I just say we use each other. That's it.
Okay, well at least she's being
Yes.
honest. He uses her, she uses him, so it's an equal. So nobody's being used because y'all gotta understand it, I guess.
You said what? I'm
I
sorry.
said y'all have an understanding, I guess.
Yes,
But
we have understanding.
But let me
We have
say this.
understanding.
I'm gonna give you a teachable moment. This is why men don't always rise to the occasion because you just said all the requirements that you desire, this guy does not offer, but he can still have sex with you with no commitment. So this is why men are like, ladies, you want me to do all this stuff, but you still gonna have sex with somebody who doesn't do all this stuff.
Well, I mean, I'd rather sleep with one person than sleeping with multiple people.
Listen, I understand the logic you have in your brain, but I need you to
Yes.
understand the logic of why the men are not going to rise to the occasion because you're not making it a requirement. And when you don't make that a requirement, then you're going to keep. And listen, you listen. This is just an educational moment. You could do whatever you want to do in
Of
life,
course.
but as long as you allow someone else to get the cookies, and I'm talking about vagina,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that they don't meet your standards, the guy who meets your standards is like, I'm not gonna work this hard if he don't gotta work that hard.
Well, that's true. I mean, but I feel like, this person like that I do mess with, I mean, he reached the requirements, but it's just the point that he's not a person that just, I don't know. It's just, he's just not a person for a relationship. Like,
Right.
I don't know what dude is desperate enough to be knocking her down, but she's just telling us what we already know. Requirements only apply to men that they are looking for to be a provider male. Those same requirements go out of the window if the woman is sexually attracted to the man. Oh, and believe me, if he's hitting that shit right, all common sense goes out of the window.
I don't know.
With all that being
Like,
said, and
like he has everything that I want. It's like, I thought about it, but it's just like, nah, it's certain things that kind of just throw me off.
okay, and
So.
Aaliyah, and I understand that. I want you to understand what I'm saying. So you're telling us he meets the requirements but doesn't, but you'll still sleep with him. So that's fine. You grown at this moment. You a mom to 4 kids. You
Well, like I said, we call it situationships. You feel me? I wasn't really at the point when I started messing with him. It wasn't like I was looking for a relationship. You feel me? So it's like we both were kind of on the same page. So it's just like I said, it's an understanding. But it's not like if I wanted a relationship with somebody that I still didn't want those requirements because that's because I'm what I'm looking for now. But you know.
I rest my case. One thing I have learned is I rest my case. I ain't gonna be arguing with y'all about y'all life, so we'll keep it going. I'm not. I'm gonna keep my peace of mind. So 3 flaws you have to work on, love.
Um. Ooh. Let's see. Um. That's a good question. Um. Probably being more not. I guess just not being so nice, not so giving, not so open.
Okay.
If I can say that right.
Okay.
Because I feel like I'm very. What can I say? Like, I don't know how to like tell people like no to certain shit. And yeah,
Okay, so that's a flaw.
that's a flaw. Yeah.
That's what. Okay, you have two more flaws.
Huh?
Do you have two more flaws?
Um. Not. I feel like I ain't saying that I'm perfect, but I don't really feel like I have that many too much flaws. You know, other than that, you know, I can't really think of like the flaws I have, other than just myself in general. I can work on my working on myself, um my mental, my weight, you know. But other than that, I don't feel like I have any flaws.
You were way too slow to name your weight as one of your main flaws. That should have been first and foremost. How about the number of baby dads that you have and all of the failed relationships? Those in itself are flaws. So you mean to tell me you didn't do anything wrong in any of these relationships, but you were real quick to call someone else a narcissist? But the true narcissist has a tough time with taking accountability.
I feel like I'm a good woman. I'm an understanding person. Um, I'm I'm a giver. I'm a lover. So, you know.
This is the question, and I say this every night. This
Mm-hmm.
is the question that helps me understand why people are single.
Mm-hmm.
Because the lack of self-awareness, and everybody, I'm not perfect. Okay, so let's start there. And I can name 10,000 flaws that I can become better at, especially when it comes to a relationship. But the lack of self-awareness people have about the things that they need to perfect
Mm-hmm.
and work on to become a better partner is the reason why y'all remain single. Because y'all really believe y'all flawless and y'all do
I
not.
don't think I'm.
You
I wouldn't say
just
I
said,
think I'm
girlfriend,
flawless. I think
you
okay for
literally
me.
just said, you literally just said, I
I
don't think I have
know.
any
I don't.
flaws.
That's why I said I don't feel like I have that many flaws,
Well,
but
I
I
only
can't think of like the
asked you, but
flaws
here's the
that
deal.
is
I
wrong with
only
me.
asked you
Okay,
to name.
I can say that I am one of my flaws is being around my family. Like I'm very family oriented, and like me being around taking care of my family is probably one of my flaws. Is kind of my deal breaker when it comes to my relationships.
Okay.
So that's it. But I wouldn't say that I'm don't have any flaws. Like I said, like I could work on not being like a person who is too needy for a man type shit, I guess you could say.
Okay. Well, why would a guy be lucky to be with you, Aaliyah?
Um, because I'm a great person, a great personality. I bring stuff to the forefront. I have my own everything. I'm a great mother. Um, I'm just genuinely just a great aura. Okay, so
Okay. Again, I want to be, listen, it takes a lot of courage to come on this show. And on YouTube, we have at times where they pay to have certain comments and then I'll read them to the person. But I have decided that people have to be willing to accept. So do you want me to read a
yeah,
comment?
go ahead. I see him coming. You feel me? I see him.
This goes to the flaws part. When we
Okay.
were talking about things you have to work on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So his assessment was 28 with 4 kids by 3 men and is currently hooking up with a man who doesn't want her. Jump on this deal right now, fellas. You won't find another deal like this. So I feel as though he's saying these are flaws that you have to be open minded to
True.
as you're seeking the next man.
True. True.
I think this could be. I'd rather my show be more educational because one thing I've learned is, it. I'll use myself. Ignorant is when you just don't know. I think sometimes people just are not aware.
Yeah.
And if we could, I don't want it to be mean spirited. That's not the goal. I'd rather be educational spirit so we can learn and then we can start perfecting certain things that we can perfect.
Yeah.
But now. Nevertheless, I'll say this. Sometimes I say here it's very challenging because this is what I have learned with men, and I think it's because men are just taught to toughen it up and take the truth. I can have a lot of very direct conversations with men and no one ever feels bad. But I am well aware that women, I'm a woman, you have to be more gentle. But I resonate with being gentle and being honest and being truthful, because sometimes the truth can set you free. Now, that is a quote that I love. The truth is your best friend, because once you know the truth, it can set you free. And now you can start making improvements and changes to attract the things that you really want in life. But it is challenging, because I don't want this, even though I know how it rolls, but in my core of my soul, I never want to hurt nobody's feelings. Like, that doesn't make me feel good. But at the same time, I think people need to be enlightened so they can understand some things that they could do better at in certain areas that will potentially help them attract better.
Men don't have a tough time with the truth because men are told the truth every single day. If we underperforming, the world will let us know immediately and without hesitation. But women live in this fantasy world where they're basically lied to their entire lives. And this is why most women are delusional. It's fascinating to watch these videos. We get to see female nature on full display in real time. And it's good to see Kendra focusing on the truth. With that being said, man, with 4 kids by 3 different men, including a 1-year-old, you look to be about 485 pounds. Let's not forget about your sneaky link. You're going to need to hang on to him because you're done, man. It's a wrap for you. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.